There are things unique in the Netherlands, like some cheese brands, as you say in Dutch, Gouda, but in English you say Gouda or Gouda. The Netherlands is very flat. You can look and you can see really, you can see from far away. There's no mountains to block your eyes, your sight. There is there are lots of bikes in the Netherlands. Actually, more bikes than humans. The Netherlands are very famous with its flowers, especially the tulip. But what is really interesting that originally is not from the Netherlands, but originally it came from Turkey. The Netherlands is very famous with its greenery and it's a flat, as I mentioned, and the cow. So it's like it would be a very typical picture when you are driving all around the Netherlands. You will see green, a cow, and the picture will be completed if you see windmills behind them. What uh, what what is unique as well in the Netherlands that the Dutch, the Nederlanders, they made a big like part of the country. It was taken from the sea. So they say as a joke, God created the world, but the Dutch created the Netherlands. What is unique as well in the Netherlands that you can smoke weed legally and you can walk in the street with maximum 5 gram of weed. And it's very strange because you can buy it and there's a coffee shop. They call it a coffee shop. Don't be confused between a cafe and coffee shop. Coffee shop sells as well drugs, but if you want to drink a cup of coffee and you'd like to eat some cake, you will go to a cafe, not a coffee shop. Coffee shop, they sell it, but it's not illegal to grow it. So it's very crazy. So all the drugs who came in the country, it's in a secret way. And as soon as the coffee shop will have it, it will be legal. They are not allowed to have as well more than I think 5 kilo. I'm going to check this. No, 5 kilo, half a kilo, 500 gram. And somebody will come on a bike secretly. The person has a 500 gram and he will sell it to the coffee shop. Most of the drugs come from Morocco, and the one who involved in drugs dealing and as well people from Morocco. What is unique as well in the Netherlands is the red light district. People can have sex and they pay money for that. Cost 100 euro. If any of you are interested. Uh, it was 50 before a few years ago, and somebody told me that he went there, and after a few minutes he called the police and he asked for his money back. And the reason that the woman, he doesn't feel any emotions. He felt it's like a machine, like he's doing mechanical things. Anyways, the police came, but they refused to give him the money. Van Gogh is one of the most famous character in the Netherlands. He's a crazy guy, but he's very talented. He painted lots of paintings. He had lots of psychological problems. He, with lots of difficulty, was able to sell one of his painting in his whole life. Finally, he killed himself. He shot himself, and after his death, many years later, they started to make a museum for him and to collect his painting. And his painting cost millions and millions of euros. And this guy died very poor, and he was depending financially on his brother. It's a very sad story for a guy. If he lives now, he will be one of the richest men on earth. One of the famous beer brand here in the Netherlands is Hanneken. Hanneken is a national beer, and the family of Hanneken, they are one of the most richest family in the Netherlands. They owned lots of buildings in Amsterdam. There's as well a Hanneken museum, and it's not big as Guinness or Guinness in Ireland. The Dutch considered to be one of the tallest people on the world. Like the average tall will be 1 meter 85. I need to calculate this to your measure. This will be 6.7 feet. His inner view is 6.7 feet or longer. Which interesting as well that the Sudanese are long as well, but they are not famous like the Dutch. When you write, when you make a research who is the longest people on earth, you will find the Dutch, but you don't find the Sudanese, even if it's the Sudanese as well long. I'm not sure. Maybe as Dutch. They have in Sudan a tribe called the tribe of the basketball, and they have the most tallest people on earth. The tribe of the basketball is a part of the big tribe is the Dinka. But what is really interesting, like through the years, the Dutch is getting longer and longer, and in comparison with the Dinka, they get shorter and shorter. It's very interesting. I think it has to do with the food and the way of living. The Dutch is one of the five happiest people on the earth. Like Finland will be number one, and Sweden, Denmark, and I was surprised to see Israel is number four, which is because I see lots of problem in Israel, and lots of threats actually by Islamic tourist attack, but they still happy people. Like number four, the Dutch is number five. The Netherlands are famous as well with its windmills, and they use it actually to pump water and to create new lands. The Netherlands is the most densely a country in Europe. people are lots and lots of people on a small in a small country. Like you have almost 18 millions in the Netherlands, and Netherlands is a small country. It is 300 kilometers from the north to the south, and maximum 200 kilometers from the west to east, which means you can drive with a car from the north to south in 3 hours. You saw all the country, and if you drive 2 hours from the east to west, you go through the whole country vertical. Yeah, vertical, it's from the north to the south, horizontal from the east to west. To switch the measurements, like 300 kilometers, it will be 186 miles. And from east to west, we said 200 kilometers. In miles, it will be 124. The Dutch people, in general, they like to travel. Like two-thirds of the population travel at least once a year for almost two till between 1 till 3 weeks. It is the lowest country in Europe. The Dutch in general, they are very liberal. The first uh, homo marriage, it was legal in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is well known with its wooden shoes. It was used before as a shoes, but nowadays almost nobody wear it. Just a farmers they wear it still. And I can remember that I saw Chinese guy. He was wearing this in a farm, and he was adopted by a Dutch family. So you see the Chinese guy wearing the wooden shoes, and he speaks Dutch perfectly, even with Dutch farmer, like an accent of some regions in Holland. Uh, it's very interesting to see this kind of combination. Wooden shoes, Chinese, speaks good Dutch. Nice. To wear wooden shoes, it seems not comfortable at all. But from what I understood from the people who are wearing it, as I mentioned, farmers, they were telling how safe it is because of something fall down on your foot, you will be totally protected. And they say it keeps you straight. so, so you need to get used to it for many years to get the benefits. So, in spite of the fact that wooden shoes became a touristic icon, as I mentioned, almost nobody wear it. Very few Dutch farmers wear it. Dutch in general are sportive people. Of course, there are some Dutch they don't sport, but in general, you can ask what is your sport, and you will find an answer. Uh, and even on the worldwide, Holland considered to be one of the highest five country who has athletic, they win something in the athletic competition or in sport. This has to do as well with style of life of living. Everybody has a bike, more than one bike even, and they are used to move a lot, and just biking is considered to be a sport as well. But they don't do it as a sport, but they do it as a transport. So they are naturally they are sportive naturally.